Ghana man paying Boshe now for Efrin na Enyizimara Oze so ana Efrin na non zawo fom oyene demuria not trade officially secondary Takoradi to Cape Coast dualisation project and officially our Basha say demosin can care no was the wo former arape an aircraft contractor ejuma Basha say wano and His Excellency John Mahama and now we free atina fomen and answer Boshe and now wama as na no do no za wo form fefe demara
Odofo ahaye Golden TV GH make sure so be subscribe like na share enfama me na ninja on me nko pim wo yen mampenye eye John Mahama the first gentleman of the land ahye and any so ade ho ba ko a odi ba akonya we so ye akwan ahodo opese oye no nti no the big push ebaye na under the big push no also be making sure say the major roads ne road bi a ho hia say osiesie ansa na wa fi akonya we so no be ye eno nti no wakupiem wo Takoradi no asem da aba ma omo ne say eye Cape Coast Takoradi road ade bi accident esi wo so na ka say dey pimpim no ene wakokate sword ama esa project ni ya start ene ya omo start nti ye ncha wono moma yenko hwe akwan no kwan he ombe fa so aye no manta ebedi overhead ebebem ana interchanges obeye wo niam bia eka project no nyina no yenra John Mahama odina dudie insem atudwa ka ate sword no ntino mayenko ne yenko hwe insem ahodo a okaye.
This is a major program to expand the infrastructure of our country. The World Bank in one of their reports said that Ghana has a deficit of $1.5 billion every year in the infrastructure space. And so we decided that we must, over a 5-year period, catch up with that deficit and improve the infrastructure so that we can increase productivity and also use it to expand our economy. And so that is how the big push was born. And the big push is a $2 billion a year investment over 5 years. And so we're going to spend $10 billion on infrastructure alone, and that includes roads, health sector, education sector, sports and recreation, agriculture and agri-tech, digital space, and the key sectors of the economy. But we started the big push this year, and the Minister of Finance allocated 13 billion cedis for the big push. And we realized that everywhere we had gone during the campaign, the major complaint of every region, every traditional authority, was the poor nature of our roads. Existing roads that were fairly in good shape over the years had not been maintained, not even pothole patching, and so the roads had deteriorated beyond proper use. And so it meant that we had to allocate a big portion of the budget for the big push to the road sector. And that's how come we kick-started it with the Accra-Aflawo Road dualisation. Leave him, let him come in. Okay. That's why we kick-started it with the Accra-Aflawo dualisation, the first phase, and then also the Dawinya, Afienya, Dodua roads. We also cut short for the whole Aflawo road, and this is a third round of short cutting that we're doing. And this is a very critical road. That is the Cape Coast Takoradi road. It has caused a lot of accidents. It has outlived its usefulness. And it is time for us to modernize it so that it will improve the productivity of both the central and western regions. So this is going to be a modern dual carriageway instead of the single passage. And there are going to be interchanges so that we create traffic separation, so that the congestion that we see on this road will be a thing of the past. And so, as the minister said, Western region is receiving its fair share of attention for the roads. And just for the records, I'll give you some of the roads that we are working on in the Western region, just for the records. And the first one is what we're going to cut short for, which is the dualization of the Cape Coast Takoradi Road. Then we're also working on the Takoradi-Agona rehabilitation and dualization of Takoradi to Agona Junction Road. Then we also have the construction of the Enchi-Elubo Road. Then we have bitumen surfacing of Asankragwa, Agona, Memphis, Sefi, Bekwai Road. Then we have bitumen surfacing of Asankragwa, Fojokrom, Phase 1 Road. Then we have bitumen surfacing of Gravel Yard to Basikesi, Santasu Road. Then we have reconstruction of Atebabu, Senterso, Mumuni Junction Road. Then rehabilitation of Esiama, Teleku Bukazo, and Himbeng Junction Road. And rehabilitation of Teleku Bukaso and Yinase Road. These are all roads that are captured in the first phase of the road rehabilitation program. And the total cost of these roads comes to almost 7 billion cedis. And so I want to assure you that Western region will get its fair share of the investment that we're doing in roads and in other infrastructure that we'll build under the big push. Now, I just want to also point out, we cannot invest so much money in improving our road network only for transporters to overload their trucks and destroy the roads in 3 to 5 years. We've seen new roads that are built, and once these trucks that are overloaded pass on them, within 3 to 5 years, the road is finished. Recently, Burkina Faso have implemented a new weight regulation. And so your trailer must not be longer than a certain length. It must not be wider than a certain length. And do you know what is happening? Trucks load from Takoradi and from Tema and overload. When they get to Burkina Faso border, they cannot enter because of the regulation the Burkinabes have introduced. So they bring 3 trucks from Burkina Faso and offload 1 truck into 3 trucks before they can enter Burkina Faso. There are trucks in this country that load 120 tons when the maximum load is supposed to be 50 tons. There is no road you can construct that will stand 20 tons per truck. And so I've told the roads minister, and it's going to be announced firmly in the budget, we'll consult the drivers union, the transporters, we must implement weight restrictions so that the roads that we build can last. And so next year we're going to introduce strict weight limitations so that these investments that we're making in our road sector would last for a lifetime. We are not going to waste taxpayers' money repairing these roads only for people who want to make as much money as possible to load 120 tons on a road and destroy that road within a short time. And so I'm just sending a signal. We're going to engage the stakeholders in the sector in order that we enforce the weight limits for our trucks so that they don't overload and destroy our roads. But I have a short speech here. I'll just go through it and then we'll be done. I wish to thank all of you here for your attention. Today marks another proud moment in our collective journey to build a modern, connected, and inclusive Ghana. We're gathered here today to turn the sword for the dualization of the Cape Coast to Takoradi Road. This is one of the most vital transport corridors in our country. But let me say that it's not only Cape Coast to Takoradi. The other contractors working on Accra to Winneba Junction to Mankesim, and then Mankesim to Cape Coast. So by the time we are finishing this road, they also will be finishing. So the road from Accra to Takoradi will be dual carriage all the way. This project is more than a road. It is a declaration of our shared resolve to rebuild Ghana's infrastructure as a foundation for jobs, for competitiveness, and for national unity and cohesion. It embodies the spirit of the Big Push infrastructure program and the 24-hour economy policy. And both are designed to modernize our transport systems, expand industrial access, and make Ghana work again efficiently around the clock. The Cape Coast Takoradi Road forms part of the national route, which is popularly referred to as N1, and the Trans-West African Highway linking Accra to Takoradi, Ghana's major industrial and port city. It carries more than 90% of freight and passenger movement to the western region, and it connects our mining, oil, agriculture, and tourism economies. It also links communities whose livelihoods depend on daily mobility, and these are traders, students, farmers, fishermen, and workers who spend countless hours in traffic every day because of congestion. The current single carriageway has long outlived its design life. It has become congested, it has become accident-prone and inefficient, leading to the loss of lives and productivity. This must change, and today we're making that change irreversible. The dualization of the Cape Coast Takoradi Road covers 73.6 kilometers from Cape Coast to Takoradi and is divided into 3 contiguous lots for efficient implementation. What we've done is, in the past, normally that whole road would have been awarded to one contractor, and it would take him a long time to continue until he finishes. Today, that 73.6 kilometers we have divided into 3 lots and given to 3 different contractors so that the work can progress rapidly. So the first contractor in Lot 4 will be delivering 3 interchanges. Apart from the dual road, there will be 3 interchanges. There will be 4 bridges, and there will be 2 pedestrian facilities. The second contractor would have 2 interchanges, 3 big bridges, and 4 pedestrian crossings. And the third, for Lot 6, will provide 4 interchanges, 3 major bridges, 7 footbridges, and about 20 kilometers of service roads with a rest stop and an axle-way station. And so this contractor would provide service lanes because of the communities on the side, because they're getting into the urban area, and then they'll have a service a rest stop and an axle-way station. The road will feature 2-lane dual carriageways, designs for speeds between 80 and 100 kilometers per hour, with paved shoulders, improved drainage, LED lighting, and polymer modified asphalt surfaces for durability and safety. Each of these lots, the 3 lots, is expected to be completed within 24 months. But my understanding from the contractors is they can finish faster than 24 months. When this project is completed, It will reduce the travel time between Cape Coast and Takoradi by 50%. It will improve safety for motorists and pedestrians alike. It will facilitate easier access to the Takoradi port and the industrial enclaves of Western region, and also the tourism destinations of Western and Central regions. It will stimulate trade, tourism, and investment across the two regions, and it will create more than 8,000 jobs, 2,000 direct jobs, and 6,000 indirect jobs during construction. And as the minister said, I appeal to the contractors. If you have to hire labor, you have to recruit some people, please look in the local communities and see if you can find the expertise that you need. So the first lot is by S&L Construction and Engineering Limited. The second is Alikro Julius Limited. And the third is again S&L Construction and Engineering Limited. I expect the contractors to uphold the highest standards of professionalism, quality, and environmental stewardship. The Ghana Highway Authority too is charged to ensure rigorous supervision and enforce every clause of the performance contract. We expect you to use quality material to execute these jobs. This project is a cornerstone of our 24-hour economy and our reset agenda. It will enable faster, safer, round-the-clock transport and logistics operation. It will reduce fuel consumption and vehicle maintenance costs for transporters. It will strengthen connectivity to export processing zones, port terminals, and industrial corridors. It will strengthen regional competitiveness and tourism along Ghana's Atlantic coast belt. It will also complement already ongoing big push projects, the Takoradi port expansion, the Western Rail revival, the Atimpoku Hoa Flower Road reconstruction, each one representing a deliberate step towards a more integrated and productive economy. As we implement this project, I urge all stakeholders to respect the environment, ensure proper drainage and waste management, and minimize any adverse impact on the local communities. Government will honor all legitimate compensation claims associated with the right-of-way acquisition and will not repeat the mistakes of the past where infrastructure comes at the cost of our people's livelihoods. Let me take this opportunity to commend the Minister of Roads and Highways and his team, to commend the Ghana Highway Authority for your professionalism and the speed with which you have brought these big push projects into fruition. Let me commend the Central and Western Regional Coordinating Councils for your cooperation. Let me thank the traditional authorities for the help you have given us. Thank the contractors and engineers for their technical expertise and readiness, and the people in this corridor for your patience, support, and partnership in this national undertaking. This project belongs to you. It is being built for your safety, for your livelihoods, and your future. I therefore urge you to embrace the project. We must all play our part to ensure the timely completion of this project, from government agencies to contractors to communities along the corridor. Let us safeguard the works. Let's avoid encroachment and support the supervision process. Together we will deliver a world-class highway that will stand as a legacy of collective effort and national renewal. Today, as we cut the sword for this vital infrastructure, we're also breaking ground for a more connected, safer, and prosperous Ghana. This road is a bridge not only between Cape Coast and Takoradi, but between our aspirations and our achievements, between promise and progress. Let this project remind us that development is not an abstract concept. It is the daily improvement of people's lives, kilometer by kilometer, community by community. May this road carry the hopes of traders, the dreams of students, the labor of farmers, and the vision of a country determined to rise again. It is my prayer that the next time we meet here, it will be not to cut sword, it will be to commission the Cape Coast Takoradi Dual Carriageway. And so, with faith in God and confidence in our people, I now declare the Cape Coast Takoradi Dualization Project duly launched. I thank you. May God bless our homeland, Ghana. Thank you.
I invite to the podium the Honorable Minister for Roads and Highways, Honorable Kwame Govins Abuja.
Thank you very much. Your Excellency, President John Mahama, my colleague ministers, Nananum, heads of all the security agencies here, my staff from the ministry and agencies, members of the clergy and all faith groups here, the media, and everybody. We are very happy to be here this evening. Your Excellency, your vision to improve the road condition in our country is unwavering. This is the third stop of your wish to make the roads in our country far better than you've come to meet it. You have already cut short for the big push in two regions, Greater Accra and Volta region. Today, we are in Western region. Your Excellency, without a doubt, looking at the program of the big push, you will go down in history as the president that made the biggest ever investment on our roads. And Your Excellency, for this time, Ghanaians will see better road they are aware of. It will not only be talking and talking. We shall make this road better. Your Excellency, the contractors that have been selected to do this project have also been taken through good orientation. Many of them are Ghanaian contractors, and we are going to build the best roads we have ever witnessed in our country. And we say to every contractor who is participating, no one is compelling you to be part of the big push. However, if you decide to be part of the President Mahama's big push, you must be the best. And this is an opportunity for you to build the best road we've ever built as a road contractor. It must last the stage. I also want to plead with the contractors. Please, we have many young people in Western region who qualify to work with you. Some are young graduates from who did engineering, quantity surveying, and project management and other things. We expect, as part of the Big Push project, you take people from this region to work with you, so we can build a capacity for the next generation of people who would maintain our roads and build new roads. So we are talking about employing people who are skilled and people who are not skilled. We also plead with the communities, embrace the contractors, give them all the support. The only thing I will add is that sometimes when these major projects come, indeed, it will inconvenience people. The president has already given an advice that whilst he turns the whole country into a construction field, it will make life a bit uncomfortable if you are along the way. Do not take the opportunity to litigate and stop any construction project in your neighborhood. The law would make it possible for you to get compensation. But we have just traversed a particular road where if you see a particular building, that building is in the middle of the road. And I am told that the last part of the building was completed when the contractor was already on site. Your Excellency, allow anybody to continue doing that. And I will encourage the contractor, once you have a very clear mind that the project started before the person continued constructing, demolish it. It means that the person has built in already agreed right of way. So nobody is going to be allowed to impede the speed of the work. Your Excellency, you directed that this project should be completed within 2 years, and nothing is going to stop that from happening. I wouldn't speak much than to say that, Your Excellency, you made a promise to the people of Ghana that under your leadership, no contractor would be asked to suspend work or stop work. Indeed, since you came to power, unlike 2017, no road contractor has ever been asked to stop work for investigation or anything. Rather, you encourage them to continue working. And all those contractors who continue and believing in the state, though we owe you a lot of money, we want to thank you very much, and we want to engage you more as well. Your Excellency, the last thing I will say is this. You inherited over 40 billion cedis of debt owed to contractors. I must say, you have set a record again. For the first time in the history of Ghana, at a single time, you are paying close to 5 billion cedis as arrears to contractors. It has never happened before. And this is at the time that you inherited a broken and shattered, economy. Without borrowing money, how were you able to do this? It's better leadership. And that is why we have faith that the roads you are going to build will last. And this is the time for Ghana to rise again. With these members of this August gathering, I invite the President of the Republic of Ghana, he who promises and delivers, he who is going to make our roads better, he who is going to make Western region get their fair share of road infrastructure in the history of our country. Your Excellency, you are welcome. Thank you very much.
Komenyim na matun safre oye esikado manhin osaniye Western Regional House of Chiefs President Nana Kobnan Ketia no ebejina Nana no nyinara wana name as the one enumasem za to Ghana manpayin na enyim yambonsem kese mfinhia Nana Kobnan Ketia.
Medase papa o mesi akese ozikan menyu haje papa the Eroba and remember P Bay. Meto hina na mo hwehwe ama Kofi Bua. San wa better make sure protect him. Meto ha so na mabakro so Joyce Bauer. Even election wa kwa hem mo hun. So bay me say eh ansa na mo hun pay fa ehwan na ma sister mo hu anu pa agenda obema mo fu an kakra. Na Emilia ze dede way en makumeti. Yama will vote for Emilia as next president, eh? Anyway, on the Mara, in the Japan, my yeah, not just here. In fact, Nanan sign or catch him the one sentence. Now, why him don't in a bush paying war region her in just in Chobaba. Name do about a crowd and what 1 year by election now I shall say. Neso, why shall see 9 months or says 8, 9 months. Amanka say yetra young wabu, say you come in cherry. It's not your doya, so she no kotokum na banana way ye prayer. It's in the ye jemahen. Papa. I am Desidor Bay. Okra pimenim. Na ufiho. Okra hospital kasa owaha freighted say. Efian kwanta. Na waso kadan so ho. Okofia me whatse. Washa say na wondru baby ara na okwa akofia mo besia na obotia do. Nko sekragom na wanko Takoradi-Cape Coast send owodwumezia obey na mim de ni na aka na adwonjwo ho. Ye twe here ye hu de articulators wonenam happy. Ebe na owura ho de nte kuna yeye. Dabna na ye be ni bio. O send da mzeme hina wanam do a. Na agin bia ye mu binum wo fai de. Oye nzama wo carry nzama damlodi. Often for badges. Epuno de hey. Often for badges. Now one phone call bia was zero call. Into one phone call adwendwinum. There was send a yedama yeska there will be an a car and Western region so especially. But ni na as a train chena or pain. Mentan car from Crawford. Coffee now when you Nandaze Makade Yadawase. Nanama wa kwaba. As me giant for way now wasn't him there. Young with the Esha boy a year. Amazi, men with a comrade ampa. What's it? Yako yenim, yanko yechi. A better there, your boy no to make man why, and Bobia on here be a was it to yanima, your bobwen. Inti Masra, the contractor, na yon bay no one chain. Impedamo boys in as in one ma, wabay ye more high for one day yamba. No so wabaya, on by your esme, on by your western region ye, a man who baby say, oh, you know your carco no, he or a high say, man come on where. Pay for waba. Nam a special comrade, Moe na Aquaba.
Thank you very much, Nana. I'm sure we'll be Yadasi. Honorable Assembly members, Waha, Yamisha on P. There were time painful H. What MP H. MC H. Now, Wabwa Majumisi. One point say more. Why is it?
His Excellency John Mahama, President of the Republic of Ghana, Honorable Ministers of State, distinguished members of Parliament, Omahin Kobena Nketia, Bocho National Year House of Peace, Yan President, Ahemfo Eshiawaha, distinguished distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the chiefs and good people of Asokwe Saman, I warmly welcome Your Excellency and your distinguished entourage to our land. It is a great honor and privilege to host you on this historic day. Today makes yet another important milestone in the development journey of our beloved nation as we gather here to witness the sword cutting ceremony for secondary Takoradi-Cape Coast highways dualisation, which is part of the major government initiative, the Big Push road project. This project, when completed, will not only improve transport and trade between the western region and the rest of the country, but will also open countless opportunities for local businesses, farmers, and youth across the corridor. Your Excellency, we command your government's commitment and infrastructure development, your development and your vision to transform Ghana's road network into a modern efficiency system that support growth and prosperity. We the people of Asoko Esaman pledge our full support and cooperation to ensure the smooth execution of this project. We also appeal to the contractors and also stakeholders to give priority to local labor and to respect our environment and communities as the work progress together. Once again, His Excellency, we thank you for choosing Asokwe Saman as one of the places to commission this all-important project. May this ceremony mark the beginning of greater progress and unity for our nation. Thank you and welcome to Asokwe Saman Akwaba. Welcome, and then where's Olu? Yo, yan fakakra yan fanti adoha. Yan excellency yan wan Akwaba yan mpemfu hina Akwaba. Wo dam big push dumedi kesia odabobazi. Yan his excellency yeni insan namum yetawechi deden yetawechi papa ono mpemfu awon hina ministers obi biara yetahonechi yedefa yen mami Emilia Ata yetinoda yesel obana yedahona ase namum his excellency problem kiti mim de bo solve man sana sorako onye den meti de ebaba abaye cut so cutting we saman ha pe na me mo ka clear masa sibia ye pe de hospital ye ka clear ni hina kama mo be ya his excellency obala obokwana so want to cut soda me hin pa obosuma yen ye maame MP Emiliata minister ama wakwana wakwahen wa cut soda me hin ye krom ha yen hospital ye yen chiefs compound pe yen tumi yenya health po a friend and yenya health center na mum obi yara yebokọ no wose hospital ho no chips ho edri ni ho because of chips compound no parabe 2 no de bugu amen oya tete into his excellency John Dramani the president of the Republic of Ghana yeyem panke ye the incredible back ho the Republic of Congo, Republic of Baby Viara, his excellency edma palian inti yet there was bebre na enyim there ye na bi sade that to enyim so wadaroma ye boye mademo ebeda me henso amen.
The Ozewo Fomara no chere jumezin nensha sanyin sekendi takrade oribo oh ambonsemo ye dede ekwa no epia na empie. That's right. Ain't it? And Ozawo Fomen. And Ozawo Fomen.
Oh, man, paying. Yeah, that's a papa. Oya homaka. Yamin show, baby. Yana regular executive Sawoha. Why as papa? Yami in Shirahon. Nana Toku. Yamin Shira or Mampenyin or Anamona way to Yamin Shan Papa Yamin Shiran.
Ain't it? Ghana man paying officially is so I will form. Yeah, as I Ashensoze the sekendi Takoradi-Cape Coast double road no obotum na washa say ain't it? Anoyen namayete no. Eyimenyi miara adwumezin abasha say in Fabian in Tim ye benya 2 here and not the bibia wano no asamain. And Ghana man paying and that's say in the under the big push project Adrian Western region and Emanto in Kanka this particular road Obansi Yankopon on show on ye won't painful papa. It's on in Ghana man paying or son for men baby Yedri His Excellency the President, Ministers of State, Members of Parliament, Oboshe na wasrakwan na was a wɔne yiwa